Hey y'all, are you planning your first trip? I'm here to help you with a step-by-step guide to help you plan that first trip so you can get started and get to your destination. So of course I'm Tony with Eat and Travel with Tony. Welcome to this page here. I thank you for being here. Planning your first trip might seem very overwhelming, and I know it can seem that way because there's a lot of things that you got to do in order to get that trip to happen. I know that because I've been on many trips. I know that, y'all. But like I said, definitely I'm here to make it simple for you. Here's a step-by-step guide to get you started, and I am very sure it will help you with your trip, y'all. So let's go ahead and get into this. Number one, I have five steps here. So number one, decide on your destination. Choose a place that excites you, but is not too overwhelming for a beginning traveler. So decide on the destination. Are you looking to, if you're in the U.S., are you looking to go to the next state? If you're looking to go to, I don't know, Nevada, Las Vegas, Orlando, to go to Disney World, where are you looking to go to? You can always, of course, as I say, use Google. You can use Google, YouTube, whichever one you want to use. They're both the same thing. But you can, of course, look up some of the places that you've been dreaming about or hearing about in different videos. You can definitely do that. So you have to decide on your destination. That's always the first thing, y'all. Number two, you have to set a budget. Figure out how much you can spend, including flights, accommodations, food, and activities. Now, it depends on where you're going. If you're taking a road trip, you ain't got to worry about no flights. But then you have to think about the stuff for the road trip. Making sure you have an emergency kit and all those types of things. But if you're taking flights, you're going to have to, of course, set a budget for all these things. Your accommodations, the hotel you're going to get. Your food, where you're going to eat at, or what the budget is for your eating every day. And, of course, any activities that you plan on doing. Excuse me. So, for example, if I'm planning a trip down to Orlando to go to Disney World, of course, I'm in Arizona, so I got to figure out how much these flights cost first. We always go with Southwest, to put it that way, or most times go with Southwest. So I have to look and see how much these flights are. It's probably about $300, almost $400 from here to there, depending on the day. So that's, of course, in my budget. If you're trying to make a trip for less than $1,000, that's within your budget for right now until you can start adding on, like I said, the accommodations, what hotel you're going to stay at. You don't have to stay on the Disney campus at all. You can stay somewhere off of there for a lot cheaper. They have hotels for $100 a night you can stay in. I'm probably cheaper than that too. I'm pretty sure. I always use Expedia. That's where I book all my hotels through. You don't have to use Expedia, but like I said, that's where I've been booking through since, Lord, I'm 48. I don't know, y'all. Probably for at least 15 years. I don't know. Maybe 10 years, I guess. The last 10 years. So then, of course, you're looking at food and activities. Of course, you have to have food. You can, of course, if you are booking the hotel, you can see if your hotel has a small fridge and a microwave that could save you some money on your food. You can go out to the store if it's a store nearby, or you can bring some of the snacks with you some of it in your carry-on bag. In your luggage bag, or you're gonna just carry it in a little book bag. Maybe some salads or different things like that, as long as your flight isn't too long and as long as it's not too hot where it's going to melt your food. Unless you have one of those the lunch pails that's like lined with the aluminum. I mean, not the aluminum. The foil liner, you can have like a little freezer pack in there to keep it cool. You can do that to save money. You don't have to go out to restaurants and buy all this food and that kind of thing unless you want to and it's in your budget to do. If not, buy some food at home or bring some food from home and take it with you. You can take food on the plane. That could just be your carry-on part. You stick it right in between your legs or up like in the overhead bin. You can take food. But if you don't want to do all that and do all that I just take all the food. Look to, of course, figure out your hotel. And search, of course, on Google Maps. It'll tell you if there's restaurants and stores around that hotel. So that you can see what's available, so you can know kind of what the prices are, or you can look at the menus, all those types of things before you even get to your destination in Orlando, our fake destination for today. And this could be a trip that you actually want to plan for real. I've been twice, so you may want to go for real. And this could definitely help you. Like I said, you don't have to spend all that money on food. You can take it with you or buy from some simple places around you and stock your little fridge if you have a mini fridge in your room. That will definitely come in handy with sodas, water, and that kind of thing too. And the activities, you have to decide what kind of activities you're going to do. Yes, I said we're going to Disney World on this particular trip. You have to know how much those prices to get into Disney World is. when we went back in, what is this, 2025? Oh, Lord. I think it was 2020, a few years ago. I don't know how many. I forgot which year it was, y'all. I want to say it was 2020, maybe. We actually, I think it was 2020 or 2021. We actually drove down from St. Louis, Missouri. Long drive, never do that again, y'all. But we did drive down. And we had to figure out, of course, beforehand. I was the one looking up the prices and figuring out how much things were. The price to get into Disney World, I'll just say the Magical Kingdom, because some of them have like a few. The prices are about the same, but you can buy passes for like 2 and 3 days or unlimited and all that kind of stuff. But for a 1-day ticket to get into Disney World, I believe back then we paid $125 per person, and it was 3 of us going. So we actually went to the Magical Kingdom, Epcot, and then we went to Animal Kingdom as well. Yes, it was a lot. We actually budgeted for it. Like I said, we had budgeted and saved to make sure we had enough. Because we were taking my partner's daughter to Disney World for the first time so she can enjoy it for her birthday. So, like I said, we had the budget for that. So I know she didn't just want to just go to one park. I didn't either. I want to go to more parks. So, like I said, we had the budget for that. You may have to budget for that as well. Like I said, think about those things. They actually had. We were actually staying in. Luckily, we had a family member who had a timeshare that was near Disney. So we got a chance to stay in that timeshare, and then right down the street was SeaWorld. We could actually walk to SeaWorld, actually. So we actually went there too. And I think the ticket for SeaWorld probably was $65 or $70 a person. I forgot how much it was. It was something like that. So like I said, if you want to do all these activities, budget for it. Because we also went to the Sugar Factory and had dinner, and she sang for her birthday and all this kind of stuff. So like I said, if you want all those fun things, you have to budget for those things. Just keep that in mind. I'm not trying to scare you, but I want to make sure that you ain't going nowhere blind. So you'll be up here looking all crazy trying to go down to Orlando or wherever you're going to, and you don't even have money to get into the attraction that you want to go see. Budget for it. And if you need my help, reach out to me and let me know. Number 3, research and book your accommodations. Like I was just saying, we stayed in a timeshare, so we just had to pay that person a little bit for that timeshare, which was a godsend, because we didn't really have to pay much, but like $100 and some for a whole, I think it was 7 or 8 days. Because it was free for them, of course. We just had to pay, I think it was some kind of like administration fee or something. That's all we had to pay. But you may not be that lucky to have somebody like that in your family that has a timeshare. If not, like I said, look at budget-friendly hotels that's safe, in a safe area where you won't feel like you're threatened when you're walking in. There's all kind of folks outside. Let me tell y'all this. I went down to Memphis, Tennessee. Me and my past partner, actually. This was like years ago, probably like 10 years ago. 10, maybe, I don't know, 12, 13 years ago. Call ourselves going down to Memphis, Tennessee, because I had never been. Of course, he had took me for my birthday and wanted to go see the Memphis and May stuff and all that kind of stuff. We booked a hotel, usually in St. Louis or any other town that we've been to. What was the name of that hotel? Was it the DoubleTree? I want to say it was the DoubleTree. Usually those are very nice hotels and nice areas and that kind of thing. Y'all, this damn hotel, we didn't know because we didn't stay in Memphis. Of course, that was our first time going. We didn't know. But I don't really remember what actual area it was in. I just know the damn area had some pimps, prostitutes, and drug users. I'm like, this is not a hotel I will ever stay in again. Sometimes it's going to be like that when you go on your trips. Because you don't know the area. You don't know anybody to stay there. Sometimes that can happen. That was the first and the last time that it ever happened. Hopefully it won't happen again. We saw some, I'm sure he was a pimp because the girls looked like some hoes and prostitutes. I'm pretty sure that's what that was when I got into the elevator. I'm smelling weed. I'm like, what is going on? I didn't feel safe there, but of course we locked our doors and made sure we were bolted in, that kind of thing. And of course we were only there for like 3-4 days, so I couldn't wait to leave. Even though I love the town of Memphis and that kind of thing, but I had no idea that hotel was in a crazy area. So that's why I'm telling you as much as you can to look up the reviews of these hotels. I don't even know, I can't remember, y'all, whether we even looked up all the reviews that we could. I don't think I did. That's probably the reason why that we had this janky hotel. But the room was nice and all that kind of stuff. Just the people in it and around it was not good at all. But look at all the reviews. Google has reviews. Expedia has reviews. Travelocity has reviews. Look, Hotels.com. There are a lot of sites that have reviews. Look at them doggone reviews. And don't get stuck in a place that's like we did, that wasn't a good environment. So make sure that you're looking for a budget-friendly and a safe place that you can, of course, lay your head for those days that you're traveling. You can, like I said, looking at hotels and that kind of thing, but also Airbnbs. You may find one that's cheap that you can, of course, rent and that kind of thing, and it may be cheaper than the hotel that you're looking to pay for. Just look and see. So number 4, plan your itinerary. Outline key activities and places you want to visit, but leave room for flexibility. I know I'm always I guess the planner, planning this and planning that. My partner, like, I need time to rest. So I gotta make sure we got time to rest, because he want to rest and not just go all day long and go every day and all day, because I would go all day long from morning to night till I go to bed. That's just me. I'm energetic like that, and that's the kind of stuff I love to do, because I want to see everything that I can see while I'm in the place. He likes to rest and get his rest on sometimes. Yes, I'll get rest, but I'm not a napper or anything like that. So, of course, I got to make sure I build in time with this flexibility that we can just rest and chill and have a nice dinner and not be rushed and that kind of thing. So, like I said, definitely plan your itinerary, but leave those spaces for, like I said, flexibility, just in case you want to change your mind, do something else. Going to Disney World, the only thing we did have to buy tickets for in advance was the tickets to the actual theme parks. Everything else, we played it by ear. Where we ate it, where we went after that. Going to SeaWorld, we didn't know we was going to go. It was down the street. We said, let's go. We did that the first day, or second day, rather. We didn't know we was going to go. So like I said, we left those spaces open to do those types of things as well, just to do some things on a humbug. Make time for that, but also, of course, schedule some things in there. You don't have to buy tickets in advance to everything if you don't want. Just in case you can't make your mind up, you keep changing your mind, then buy the stuff when you get in town. Or right before you go, or at the box office, or have whatever you're going to. You don't have to buy them in advance. Sometimes it's cheaper, but if you don't know what you want to do and you're undecided, buy the tickets once you get to the venue. But plan that itinerary, but like I said, leave room for other fun things that you may run across or drive across, or if you're driving down the streets and that kind of thing and see some fun that you want to stop at. And number 5, prepare for all the essentials. Make sure you got your ID, or passport, I would say, and passport, tickets, and any special items you'll need for your destination. Make sure you have all that, y'all. The essentials, I guess, when you're packing your bags and all that kind of stuff. And if you want to see a video about packing bags and what to pack on a vacation, I can definitely do one for you. Let me know in the comments. But as far as packing your bag, make sure that you have all the essentials that you need. Like I said, we went to Disney World, so I'm the one that burns easy with sun, and I had to make sure I had sunscreen. Unfortunately, I peel on everything else and it hurts. But like I said, I had to make sure I had sunscreen. I had to make sure that I didn't have any aloe, but we had to go get some just in case, because we were out there in the sun all day. We had to make sure that we, of course, had our IDs, our passports, and our tickets to get into Walt Disney and all those parks. We actually had an app that we had, so I printed them out anyway. But I had the app on my phone as well, just in case something would happen. I would advise you to do the same thing. Sometimes our phones and our apps, our signals can go crazy. If you can't produce those tickets while you're in line, you're going to be sitting there looking crazy. So print that stuff out too. I always do that. Everything that I do, as far as hotel or room accommodations, I print that out. My plane ticket information or itinerary numbers, I print that out. I do all those things. I know some folks say that's a waste of time, but you never know how those things can save your butt when you're traveling and you can't find something on your phone, or the phone is not acting right, or your signal's gone, or the app won't pull up, or you forgot your password and you're trying to figure it out. Make sure you have that stuff, or copy those things too. I'm just telling you that's just my suggestion. You don't have to, but that's what I always do for every trip that we have. So I hope this video, of course, I hope you enjoyed this video today. I know your girl, I talk a lot and I can be funny and all this kind of stuff. But like I said, I definitely hope you enjoyed the video today. I just want you to know to, of course, take it one step at a time. You don't have to rush into, of course, planning your first trip, especially if you're a beginner. You're just trying to get out there. Take your time with things. You don't have to rush. But these step-by-step, these 5 step-by-step tips can help guide you into that first trip so that you can, of course, enjoy yourself and, of course, feel confident going on this first trip. So, and just know that before you know it, you'll be ready to embark on your first adventure, y'all. Like I said, take it step by step. So let me know in the comments what's the first step you're working on for planning your first adventure. I want to know. Let me know in the comments, y'all. So, like I said, with that, I'm Tony with Eat and Travel with Tony. Thank you for being here. Again, make sure that you subscribe. Make sure that you follow my page here. And of course, like I said, like the video. Please do that as well. So like I said, so other folks can, of course, see this content, that kind of thing. And feel free to share if you have a travel buddy or that kind of thing that you're trying to travel with. Share this video with them too, to let them know that you, of course, are helping them plan, and so y'all can work together on these things. It's better to have two heads than one. So share this out, y'all. Peace out, y'all. I'll see y'all in the next video. Have a good one.